It's taco time! I'm free! Free from the void! I forgot how to stream! Did you guys survive without me? Feels like it's been so long. How many days has it been? You know what the worst part is? I was just getting motivated to stream for the entire week. I was hyping myself up and then that happened. What a mess. First thing to clear up, plan to return home was already planned before I even went to Japan. So it's nothing serious. I don't know if I can say that much in detail because it's a very complicated situation, especially for me. But I have to say, on the bright side, it was lucky it was just me. It would have been the same if anyone else was there for a short amount of time as well, I feel like. Very unfortunate. Because the whole reason of me being there in person was because of something that I've been literally planning and scheduling and working towards for basically the entire year. In hindsight, I feel like when I made the first tweet, I was kind of very disappointed and frustrated with how things had to be because it very well could have been prevented if the parties involved could have done a better job. I was at a point where I might have to delay again that I've literally tied a lot of other things to. It kind of felt like my entire effort behind the scenes during the year was kind of denied on the spot out of nowhere. I'm sorry if I made you guys worry a little bit because of my tone of tweet, but it was just not a good time. I am working very hard to sort everything out. Still working to make sure that everything gets released on time, etc. That's the good news. The bad news is that I already have plans to go back to Japan. I've had plans to go back to Japan because this trip back home was actually a very short, around like 2 weeks or so because of family events. One of the options that was suggested to me is to cancel all my plans paid for months in advance and stay home so that I can properly stream and do other work. I thought about it, but as I personally have done everything properly on my end, and sorry, I'm choosing my words very carefully. The fact that I probably will not get reimbursed for any of the money I've spent to book all these plans ahead of time. I thought about it hard, but I feel like I will probably still go ahead and think of it as a quote-unquote vacation time of the year. The bad news is that for the remainder of my trip in Japan, I won't be able to talk to you guys. But I will take that time to, still think about, plans for next year and whatnot. Maybe I'll go travel somewhere in Japan, because why not? There's just a lot of this entire trip to Japan for the last couple of months as well, it's entirely out of my pocket to be able to get these projects I've planned for the entire year on time and properly done, which has just been kind of poofed. So when I got told out of nowhere that some unfortunate things happen with documents, took a couple of days for me to kind of accept the fact that this is not gonna change. It's not like I can suddenly make it work on my end. It's nothing. There's nothing I could do. So I still can hang out with people and stuff. I just can't work, that is. So I'll just think of this as a freshening up for the upcoming year kind of type. Related parties are working hard to get things working properly again. So that is the gist of it. I can't really go into big details because I'll be honest with you, when people start speaking law, I can't understand them and I don't know how to explain things to you guys as well. So that I can stream and work while I'm home I directly will not be working. I can definitely schedule things ahead of time to be uploaded during my absence. I'll be honest with you. Just working here, it's always something goes wrong. I need things are going too smoothly recently. I don't think any of the world tour stuff is gonna be affected. I don't know. If it's a headache, honestly, it's for the company to figure out. It's out of my hands right now. I did the best I could on my end. I literally have nothing I can do. If they have troubles, I'm willing to work out as much as possible, but there's nothing I can suggest to do on my end. Okay, so one of the reasons why I didn't want to cancel my return back to Japan is that on my way back, I'm bringing Mamanis with me. Show her how I'm living in Japan. I am fine on my own and stuff, and I didn't want to also cancel her vacation as well because she's been really looking forward to this. And I wasn't, of course, gonna make Mamanis go to Japan on her own and stuff too. She doesn't speak Japanese. At times like this, I'm just like, at first, it's really hard to take in because this is something I've been planning ever since that's a really long time ago, you know? And when, I don't know. It's just that some problems in the world are just out of your hand, and no matter what you do on your end, it's like do anything about it. You just gotta learn to make the best moves with what you got. And I feel like I've always been, at least this year, especially, like I made sure I was early to deadlines, I was not missing any messages, etc. Everything was okay on my end, so that at the end of the day, if something goes wrong, I don't have to feel bad about something going wrong because it's something I didn't do or something, you know? I know that I did my best at whatever it was. It's just stuff happens. Unfortunate things happen, unfortunate timings, etc. It's just what it is. It seems unfair sometimes, but it's just what it is. If things are sorted out, I'll have no problem streaming and doing stuff in Japan anytime next year. Hoping things get sorted out by the end of the year or early next year. Magical lawyer talk was talking about. let's just be positive. Let it be known that I've tried. When I go back, if there's anything I want to say to you guys, I can just ask Kumomane to post for me. So I'll be honest, without her being a cushion between me and things could have gotten more heated. So thanks Kumomane for being there for me. Be nice to Kumomane when I'm not around. I technically cannot reply to you guys, but I am seeing everything you're posting is normal. It's just still keeping my eyes on you, okay? Because of the whole situation happening, I was feeling really down, and I was like, do I give up? You know, I went to a stage of, man, do I just give up and, you know, accept my fate? And then, you know, I had a good time hanging out with the girls. Ina's back on track. The thing with the upcoming, and the reason why it really couldn't be delayed, is because I've already started planning for stuff and have been working on stuff for next year. So if things were out of time from the original plan time, that means my plan for the entire year next year was also ruined. It's like a butterfly effect. I am more positive in how things are going right now, so let's pray that everything works out. That's all I can say.